Assalamu alaikum. How are you? And hope you well. Today I'm having another guest with interview today, Natalie James Thomas from UK all the way, and we talk about some their creativity and their idea, number of boxes they have, and health and digital lifestyles. I like to speak and discuss some ideas and things to that, and how she is driving and how to get some ideas for helping the people around things in their capacity. So yes, over to you and introduce yourself and yes, please.
Thank you. My name is Natalie Jane Thomas. I live on the Isle of Wight in the United Kingdom. So, for the purpose of your audience, we're a tiny little island just south of the mainland, and we are currently in lockdown. I am gonna before we talk about Pocket Pick Me Up, say to anybody listening in Pakistan right now, please, please take the whole coronavirus situation and this new virus really serious, because we do not know when we're going to come out of lockdown. So I would just say keep on top of the basics, because it would really make me sad to see like my friends in Pakistan get impacted by COVID. So I'm a mum. I'm currently homeschooling my daughter because the schools are shut. So that is a challenge. When you're also trying to move forward with an online business, is sometimes I wish I had more hands than I do, but we've just got to keep going. I'm also a Toastmaster. So I like to share powerful messages to different audiences, because as I've said to people, anybody can talk. Whether that audience completely relates to what you're saying is a different thing. And this is why I like building my connections in Pakistan and Bangladesh, for example, because of the cultural difference. And it'd be the same with you guys in Pakistan, with your culture to mine. If we didn't have that background understanding, then how are we going to be able to relate? So over the last couple of weeks, I've been working on Pocket Pick Me Up, which came to mind through a conversation talking to my friend in Australia. We were just talking about COVID. We were talking about the digital media and how much negativity is out there. Because half of the time we skip on a media platform and all there is negative messages. So we kind of thought we need to do something to change this, because yes, we've got a vaccine, but the date is still far away. So that was where the Pocket Pick Me Up idea came, with just having a simple positive message on a card that you can stick in your phone wallet, stick on your fridge, stick anywhere. So when you're feeling down, you can see that bright positive quote and go, actually, I can and I will get through this situation. Actually, it's not as bad as it feels like. So I think in some respects it's kind of really good timing, trying to promote my business. This a positive mindset in the middle of a global pandemic is something we all need to work towards and strive towards. So that's me in the basics.
Yeah, yeah, that's a wonderful pocket pick me. It's a wonderful idea for that, and you have doing your Toastmaster as well as, and you have many communication. So you know what, communication is something that is start anywhere. Wherever you see someone and a smile, and just with the smile, it is a start. Either you are not smiling to that person or that specifically, but it's directly, indirectly communication is start. So we are being as an energy, transferring number of energy. So what do you thought these type of boxes are for box of motivation, box of love, little things to that,
So,
and
so,
yeah,
I,
these are very wonderful creativity things to that.
so I've got all three little the inner bits of
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
boxes right now. So we've got the box of love. It's just really simple things like say love hearts. So they most possibly people in Pakistan won't really understand what love hearts are. They're really small circular candy with different messages on. So like you might have don't cry, true love. They're just like really cute things. And as I've said to people right now, people that might be in a relationship, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a relationship, but my partner has to shield, so I can't see him for who knows how long. But it's something that I think to myself, it's kind of like I can keep hold of this, and when we actually meet again, we've got something we can share together. So it's just that we will get there. And then the thing, like say with the candle, I've got a candle in each of the different boxes because there's something about the flame of a candle that is just so powerful and simple, but it's just a great grounding technique. So then in my box of hope, we have
Mm-hmm.
another cards, and I'll show you the cards. It is really bright, just have really gone powerful with the colours
Mm-hmm.
because when you want to be positive, bright colours are really important. So we've got a nice I can and I will card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I think right now, and a lot of parents, especially in the UK, are most probably feeling exactly like I feel with the whole homeschooling scenario. You think you can't do it, but I can and I will do it. So it's
I
one of the
can, I
reasons
will.
why the
Yes.
simplicity is there.
Yeah.
And then, like, say, I've got little flowers.
Hmm. Yes, wonderful. Yeah,
Because
it's symbol of energy and something like smile on
like,
the face. Put on your emotional. It's put
mm,
on your emotional. Put on
that's
your energy to
it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like we're currently in winter, and like nice spring flowers just remind you that positive times are coming and they will be coming. We've just got to keep believing in the hope to get us there. Because one of the things that I thought about when I was creating these boxes was the fact
Mm-hmm.
that people can benefit from visual because we're all different. People like loads of text, people like visual things. So this was why I chose, like, say, the flower, the bit of string, and
Mm-hmm.
the paperclip. So then on my other one, the box of positivity, every single box is different because all of the boxes have a nice happy sticker inside because we need happiness in a global pandemic where there is so many lives being sadly lost. We've got to
Yeah.
smile because if we don't smile, I think half of the world would be crying right now. So I've got this little sticker, no bad vibes.
Hmm.
Simple,
Yeah.
to the point, Bob's your uncle. And
Mm-hmm.
then as well, I sourced these the other day and I absolutely think they're gorgeous. A nice smiley
Wow. Smile. Yeah.
because
Yeah, that's wonderful.
when the going gets tough, when it's so hard and challenging,
Mm-hmm.
smile.
Yeah.
You have to keep smiling.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I chose these really simple yet meaningful ideas to pop in these different boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's that product there. I've got as well with my motivation cards, people can actually purchase them individually. So I
Mm-hmm.
know with the digital age, sending birthday cards, anniversary cards, normal cards are becoming something of the past. But they're just something really nice just to slip into a card. Just so then somebody's got a nice simple present. So
Yeah, number of there are people have their emotional, they hurt, they repair, they heal. These cards are something that I used to in my childhood. It's something like that. I see that it's my idea. It's of course because the thoughts of people like something that we have done in already or something, but you did it and you have created in some shape of it, so that are wonderful and everyone can be copy you. And also that's in my idea in my childhood. I used to go give to many of my friends smile faces, triangle or special of triangle color cards, and I used to do many things. And also see this is also for a business, for something that you can create opportunity to giving some motivation to people, giving some token of appreciation in a form of printed for that. So you can be or something ideally ultimately generate revenue for you yourself or your family for that. This is a wonderful business idea, and this can be a replicated over there, Pakistan and wherever the people can do.
this the thing like you say with Pocket Pick Me Up, even though I am based in the UK,
Hmm.
I am I don't just want to stay in the UK because I want to share the passion that I've got with as many people on the globe. Because I
Hmm.
think it's kind of like the power behind a person's story and a person's motivation can ultimately make a difference to so many different people's lives. Because I think that's the thing, like, say, since I've started following Rayan Alawala, I've got to see so much insight into, like, say, the Pakistani culture. And I just think to myself, it's like, why can't I help people in Pakistan? Because even though I'm a Brit and people are Pakistanis, we still have emotions. We still have positive emotions, negative emotions. So why can't I be a business in Pakistan at the same time? So
Yeah. Sometimes people have their energy and right things there, but communication in the form of things like pickpocket, they have number of things like box of motivation.
mm-hmm,
It's remind you. Our brain is something that imagination is very powerful. Like we have go to restaurant before go to restaurant, we decide our taste, what we want to eat at something at the bad vibration or positive vibration. It's comes from our thoughts what we are going to imagine here. So it's same practice. So what do you think about the how mind can be take cope from this technique from that your
the,
perspective? Yeah.
the mind, the mind is such a powerful entity, if that would be the right words. Like used correctly, can be phenomenal. Because it's
Mm.
like today, I was walking to my daughter's primary school because she's obviously homeschooling and we need to get some like stuff to do at home. And we were just talking about imagination. We were there walking up this hill, telling a story about Boris Johnson. Obviously, Boris Johnson being the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And we're there just using our imagination to talk about Boris Johnson being a servant in a castle and we were the princesses. And I think it's like, if you want to be imaginative, there's nothing stopping you. That's how I look at it. And I
Mm.
think it's like the thing with imagination is it comes with personal growth. I think the more you want to grow and develop as a person, the bigger your imagination becomes. So the bigger your dreams and goals are, I think, the bigger your imagination is. And I think that's just how I've seen it over the last couple of years with my own development. Because I think I would never have had this idea for Pocket Pick Me Up 3 years ago. It's needed life and the journey through life to be able to put me in this position that I'm in today.
Hmm. Yeah. I'd like to talk about also a digital detox box, which 100 message what you are supposed to giving the people the 100 message. So, share the few of and the concept of digital detox box. Yeah.
My little detox box. So that I bought that from the pharmacist, and it was in the Christmas sale. And I looked at it and I thought, I'm just going to buy this because it's like £2.50. But inside, the stuff is so great. Because I think now in the digital world we live in, we're so, let's pick the phone up, phone goes everywhere. It's kind of like the phone is glued to your hand half the time. But then I think because we've got that whole glued phone to hand, we're kind of more inclined to be sucked into the negativity. So it was like reading through some of those cards, I was like, yeah, why not spend a day and don't touch my phone? Much as I know that will be a challenge. And the simple things like as I've read through this box, picking up old recipe books, because before the world was digital, we had books as resource places, whereas now Google, how to make a Victoria sponge. Google, how do you do this? And it just makes you think, okay, sometimes it's nice just to go digital time off.
Hmm. Yeah. Some of the suggestion like that. It's like a box that we can have very addiction in our area, like computer, even like within the different applications. There are different applications. So we used to uninstall applications, uninstall, and maybe it's sometimes parental locks. Within the Netflix, there are a number of series and web series where addiction of these things to that, and these are the things. So, what can be alternate of from your knowledge and your experience? How can we end this addiction or something that we need to be as a healthy being?
I think it's kind of having balance. As stupid as it sounds, balance. Do you really need to wake up and go, I'm going to look on Facebook? Instead of going on Facebook straight away when you wake up, why don't you go and go for a walk? Because I sadly can't do that on a morning because I have a daughter, so I can't go round the block. So I am guilty of going on Facebook straight away. But if I was in a different scenario, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to go out for a walk. I think it's kind of like having that discipline inside going, no, I'm going to get square eyes if I keep looking at my phone. If my friends are my true friends, they will understand and appreciate if it takes me 2 hours to reply to a message. Because I think people's expectations now, through the digital age, we're going to be instant. We're going to be instant before we've got lives. And I think that would be even like the takeaway from a digital detox. It's just that self-reflection of actually we need a bit of me time. Because without me time, how can we give to other people? How can we be the better person if we're not sharing the right love for us as individuals?
Yeah, we have many other issues like if we are free from addiction from the digital, but we have our rituals, our practices. One of my favorite writer and author of 5 p.m. book club, Robin Sharma, has talked about heart set, mindset, soul set, and body set. We need to align and balance the things that motivate and things. What actually we do, what we are really doing. So we are messed up with the different things. So what in this idea, how can we align the things in this universe? It's sought for that.
I think the thing is I'm slowly finding is like, say, with like the Muslim culture and different cultures, there's a lot more discipline in day-to-day rituals, because I'm like friends with a couple of people in Bangladesh, and they are so this it's like their day runs like clockwork. But I think, like, say, especially for me, you could have something that's set down on paper, but then something will happen or there'll be a new challenge. So then it makes it a lot harder to have those rituals, because as a mum, I've kind of got my daughter there as well. And I think it's kind of like, in some respects, if she was a lot older, it'd be, you can join me in what I'm doing. But at 5, she doesn't really understand the rituals that I would have. But saying that, one of the things that I've been doing through lockdown is going to prayer group on a Wednesday evening. We're obviously on Zoom because of lockdown. And I said to Gio, I was like, what are you going to pray for? She's like, I don't want to pray, Mummy. And I was like, right, yeah. I was like, right. So what are you grateful for? She was like, Mummy, I am grateful for you. I am grateful for my friends. I am grateful for the iPad. I thought, okay. But then it just made me go, at least we're having an age-appropriate conversation here. Because I think that's something, what's missing from society is just that importance of gratitude. And I think this is kind of where my boxes come in, as in, if you have a friend that has done something really amazing for you, that can be used as a gift of gratitude. Because half of the time nowadays, people forget to say thank you. And it's kind of like, it's a hard thing to say.
Yeah. One more thing I would like to ask that relate to the mental health and problem relate to the problem everywhere. The people are doing suicide and things like that. Some unknown reason they get alone or they decided to suicide. And you have I see the number of posts on saving yourself to be there. So what triggered the humanities to this step, this emotionally? It's built up from the grassroots, or it's built from your family. It need to how it control. They have numbers that we need to train ourselves. That's the things that. What are your suggestions? That
I think the thing is, like, say, where I don't know that much on how the mental health system is in Pakistan, and I don't know if there's any like helplines like we have in the UK. What I would say in the scenario of like a suicidal teenager, I would just get them to talk to the parents, but then I would want the parents to listen, because as a believer in God, I basically think to myself, God gave us ears for a reason. God didn't give us ears just to stick them there. He gave them to us as human beings so we could listen to people if they were struggling. But I think one of the downfalls of modern society is the knowledge of how to self-harm being so readily available. It is scary, because you go on TikTok or some of these modern platforms, it is just there. But then I think to myself, schools and other facilities need to be teaching the younger people strategies on how to manage their emotions, Because I think if you're not taught this knowledge as a young person, you become a teenager or an adult and your emotions are so all over the shop, you kind of feel like you're in a melting pot, can't deal with it, can't see a way out, and then you go, okay, suicide, you're the answer. So I think it's kind of like moving forward, especially with this global pandemic and the impact that it's going to have on children and young people, families need to be able to listen more to their children, and other organisations just need to start sharing that awareness so there's the early prevention put into place. Because it's funny you say about suicide. Prayer group on Wednesday, one of the ladies shared about this 15-year-old based on the mainland that commit suicide because they no longer felt they could go on. And it just makes you go, okay, society, what are we doing wrong? That is an innocent teenager. I gave up. Because as I always preach, as I always say, hope is something, no matter how hard the struggles are, you've just got to keep holding on to it. If you're holding on to hope with your little finger, keep holding on to it, because challenges are not going to last forever.
Hmm. Yeah, emotionally we need to be stable, and emotionally we need to be ask for help and things like that. That is every time, and that is amazing. So we have discussed a lot of things with that. If you like to share something else, like to, I've not asked the questions for that. It's open to you that you want to add some value to our viewers and things like that.
I would say what I would like to add to the viewers, it's going to be COVID related, because the UK is in a pickle. And what I would say is just keep on top of wearing face masks, keep washing your hands, keep social distancing. Because I look at, like, say, rural Pakistan, and I think you guys do not have the infrastructure like we have in the UK to fight it if, God forbid, it ever gets there. So I would just say to people watching this, just keep doing the basics, because you do not want this new version of COVID-19 in Pakistan, because it is scary.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's wonderful. I need a commitment to be more add value to people, to things that the people are asking for more things to that interview discussion for that. So how along across from the rivers from the UK and is another continent. So there, how can you get and across and learn what value or specialized area from you?
I think the thing is, like, say, how can people learn from me? I'm more than happy to have conversations with anybody that wants to have a conversation, because I've now done probably 20 different conversations with people, and you gain so much value and information from having a conversation with somebody you would never usually speak to. So I think if people want to learn about the British culture, I'm more than happy to spend half an hour talking to somebody if they want to know what life is like in the UK. People, my details, I'll stick my Facebook details on the comments. So if people want to add me, more than happy to have a conversation with anybody. I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck in lockdown. I can only leave my house for reasonable excuses right now.
Yeah, we all have a family life and things like that, but we can, as your generosity, have you giving the time to the add value for someone or individual or group of people as surrounding from the cross river and from the people that we have you have done and have saw your activities around from different part of the world. You have giving their speeches and discussion and Zoom meetings, and everywhere you get drive to the sharing your knowledge and things to that. And these are things that our capacity are building, and the other people are inspired, get information and knowledge, and this our this is also influenced with that, and it's automatically bounce back to, and like we get more abundance, more knowledge, and more blessings from the life. And this is a natural universe law, and we get something more and more much thing that as your daughter have a, something doing with the things, then every day she asks what you doing, she inspire from you at what you are doing like that. He want to be like you, and also at value at parenting and things like that. So it's been a wonderful, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for a wonderful time and discussion for that. And I will be very inspired from you, from the pocket pickup and your activities and things with that. And keep connecting. And anything else we need help from my side, I will also available to discussion and things with that.
Thank you. Awesome. Have a good rest of your evening, because we
Yeah,
are 4:30 now, so almost time for dinner. Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank
We'll
you.
speak to you soon.
Please. Thank you. Stay blessed.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.